大家好，从今天开始，美国多位资深专家开始分析美国投资市场因大规模快速到来的加密币投资风潮的状况，也会提出一些投资建议供大家参考。今天首先由美国 CFRA 投资资讯资深市场策略专家斯多沃来讲第一节，也就是美国退休基金 401K 投资人应该怎样参与加密币市场的投资机会。
401ks were meant to be a replacement for defined benefit or old-fashioned pension plans. So this way, investors and employees can manage their own retirement plans, and the companies wanted to get out from under being responsible for that. Initially, you had stocks and bonds, primarily the S&P 500, the MSCI EFA, and then you had a broad bond index. But then you had other alternative investments be added to the 401k, such as real estate, as well as, the ability to go into mutual funds and now ETFs. So with the addition of private equity, private real estate, cryptocurrency, yes, it's giving investors a lot more opportunities. But I think it's also creating many more risks that investors have to be aware of. I think that investors need to look internally first. What kind of an investor am I? If I am an emotional investor, then you probably want to stick with a very boring, diversified approach of stocks, bonds, and maybe a little bit of real estate. But when it comes to looking at cryptocurrency, looking at private equity, etc., those are investments that are left, really should be left to the professionals and to the people who are very comfortable with their own investment capabilities. That when this becomes available to investors, if the trend is still upward for these higher risk alternative investments, then yeah, that could end up adding to the advance in cryptocurrency, private equity, etc., because new money is flowing into it. However, once you get the first downturn in prices for these, and they're likely to be fairly swift and sharp declines in prices, I think you're going to shake off an awful lot of loose hands. You're going to scare off an awful lot of emotional investors who are saying, I never should have done that. Why did my company offer that? Why did the government approve that, etc.? So I think that FOMO, fear of missing out, that greed will cause investors to dive into them. But at the first sign of either long or short-term panic, could cause them to end up losing an awful lot of money. So I would say to investors, yes, if you want to nibble at cryptocurrencies, you want to nibble at these higher risk alternatives, do so with the money that you can afford to lose, because there's a good likelihood that that is exactly what will happen.
另外，周二一家在纳斯达克上市的区块链技术公司 BTCS 对媒体表示，将开始对公司股东以以太坊币来支付红利，回报长期股东的忠实与信任，以40美分每股的红利收益，以等值的以太币方式分发给合格的长期投资人。这是美国公司红利分成历史上的第一次。另外，美国 Wyoming 州政府宣布推出州政府官方的稳定币，在3个不同的区块链主链上，分别是以太坊、Solana、Avalanche 以及以太坊的4个第2层链上 Polygon、Arbitrum、Optimism 和 Base 同时发行，与 Layer Zero 公司合作，稳定币代码为FRNT， 与美元挂钩，由现金与美国财政部的债券为资本储备。这还是美国州政府中首次发行官方的稳定币。另外，据 Decrypt 的消息，目前黑客利用假造的验证码来诈骗窃取资料。如果您不小心下载了这种假造的验证码，黑客设定的恶意软件就会立刻进入您的手机或者是电脑，盗窃您所有的密码 账号和隐私资料，所以大家一定要非常的审慎，不能轻易下载您不确信的验证码。谢谢收看。